Is the brake on your new pedal set not meeting your expectations? If so, let D-Nut Stuff transform your braking experience. D-Nut Stuff has brake mods for Thrustmaster TLCMs, Husingveld Sprints, Mosa SRPs, Fanatec CSL Elite V1 and V2s, SimJack Pros, and UT sets. We are always working on adding new pedal sets and more, so check back often.
Rennsport, high-performance sim racing equipment. Whether you're just looking to have fun, train for race day, or become a serious esports competitor, Rennsport has you covered. Hundreds of name-brand parts. Support from experts that love sim racing. Trusted by the pros. There's only one place to go, Rennsport.com.
Does your feet hurt after a session of sim racing? Are you tired of the distraction from sore heels? If so, D-Nut Stuff has the solution for you. Our heel pads add support and comfort for your feet, so those long races are no longer painful. We can make a heel pad for pretty much any pedal set and even add your custom logo. So get one today. You won't regret it.
Good morning, happy Friday. Welcome to the Pit Stop, the only show in sim racing where we hang out, drink some coffee. I got my coffee right here. Talk about sim racing and hang out with our good buddies. And speaking of good buddies, there's my good buddy Ameer Assad. Ameer, how are you on this glorious Friday?
Again, it's Friday, dude. Man, where's the time going? Because I just feel like we were here yesterday. It really, it feels like this whole entire week just flew by, and I feel like even though I did a lot of things, I feel like I did nothing. Because it just because now you got me thinking. I'm like, man, what did I do today or this whole week? Crap, I can't even remember.
I understand. That's how.
I mean,
and the next thing you know, you're 57.
Right? And I feel like, I think back, 'cause, like, I know I did some filming. Uh, that's about it. No, wait. Yesterday I had my tuning session with Vero,
Okay.
which was really really good. So I know they did one with you a couple of
Yeah.
weeks ago.
Yeah.
They did one with me, and oh, dude, it was a great experience. They sat there, they walked me through the whole entire sim hub setup. Then we sat there and fine tuned everything. And oh, dude, it was great. And I kind of poked fun at you for a little bit. What you wanted out of your motion. It was like, you know what? I don't want Sean's, amazing, outstanding, out of this world gear shifting. I want realism. So we kind of try to set it up that way. So it was pretty good. It was really awesome. I think they'll
I'm sure you all
have
got
that
a
video out
laugh
next week.
because Mark was
Yeah.
kind of like very skeptical when I was doing some of my tuning.
Right. But the thing is, we touched upon it, right? And this is kind of my firm belief when it comes to motion systems. There is never going to be one setup that fits everybody. I mean, you could probably do something for wheelbases, maybe for pedals, where you could probably create a setup that majority will enjoy. But what I think when it comes to a motion setup, I think it has to be like a really deeply personalized setup for you,
Yes.
because you have to put into consideration what rig are you using. If you're using a track racer or using a sim lab or a next level racing, how far do you have your actuators? How do you have your rig built out? Like, what kind of seat do you have? Like, all that's going to affect how you feel, the vibrations, the road effects, and the motion with your rig. So, um, I really appreciate that they do that for any single customer. They offer that for free as a service, for anybody to go in and get their tune set up for them. Because I'm pretty sure, like, if you use my setup, you might not like it, Sean. And then if I try yours, I might not like yours because, we're using two different things. You've got a different motion philosophy than me. So it's really cool that they're there to help you get what you really want out of a motion rig.
Well, I'll expand on a few things that you said there. Number
Yeah.
one, them taking you through the process, and it's something that
Mm-hmm.
now it's just starting to sound like a promo, which I'm not intending it to be at all. But
Right.
they do that for all their customers. I mean, they're a small enough company that,
Yeah.
that everybody who buys a Vero Motion goes through this process. And what I like is it also teaches you how to approach it yourself. So if this is your first motion sim or your first experience with SimHub, it's going to give you a little bit of education on top of getting things dialed in for you. The other thing I want to expand on what you were saying is not only is it really beauty in the eye of the beholder, everybody has their own settings that they feel are best for them. But it changes from sim to sim, and it also changes, like if you've never had motion, your profile might adapt over time as you get acclimated to it as well. Yeah. Yeah, well, my neck is super strong. Look at this thing. I was a wrestler. We used to do exercises that were nothing but neck strength.
Sean doesn't do push-ups. He does neck lifts.
I'll do a video on it. You guys will see. So that's cool. So, I want to get your setup and just to feel what you put together.
Yeah.
I did mine, and it's a wild ride, I'll admit it. And anybody who's watched my recent streams can see I've got a lot of action going on. But it's like I've been driving in motion for so long that it's not the distraction it used to be. So I can handle quite a bit before I feel like it's really taking me off of my driving line, so to speak.
Mm-hmm.
And then also it was like, I've been on a much, much smaller motion platform before. Let's go ahead and rock and roll for a little while. Maybe we'll tone it down in the future. Let's go ahead and crank that thing up to 10. And
say Callan's had an influence on you.
Well, I will say in rally it's particularly fun because there are moments if you watch my rally streams, you'll see every once in a while you see me just randomly get a smile across my face, and I might not even say anything, just this weird little grin. and it's usually like on a little left to right where there's a little unevenness in the concrete or in the driving surface, so you get that skip feeling. And anybody who's driven a car on the edge and gone over a bump kind of like with any kind of steering input whatsoever knows exactly. It's that nothing and then extra stick for a moment, right?
Yep.
And that sensation is so perfectly nailed that I get a grin every time it happens. So, all right, well, let's get some hellos. Hello.
Let's do it.
Hello,
yes.
Everybody out there in sim racing land. How are you all doing on this Friday? Joa, good morning. Joa, don't you owe me money? I don't know. I don't know if I made the timeline or not, but shows you what a slut I am for donations. Sean Seabrand, good morning to you. Good Godspeed, good morning to you as well. Xenos GT, how you doing, buddy? The weeks are flying. It's not just us. Yeah, they are. You know, I'll tell you, and I don't know if this has anything to do with the theory of relativity or not, but as you get older, the clock goes faster and faster and faster. It accelerates exponentially over time, which is really cruel because it's when you start to see the finish line, right?
Yeah.
As you speed up towards it, and it's like, oh, that's really unfortunate because when I was young, I didn't even see the finish line. And like I remember, like when I was like 15. You know, the longest year of my life waiting on my driver's license, right? That 12 months or like the 6 months from when I got my permit were like the crawl. I remember during like, when I was young, like a week would take forever at times. And I was active. Anyway, finish up the good mornings. Alok, Alec, how you doing? Good morning. Connor, good morning to you. Double Dragon and Hitchy are here. John Bellagron is here. I think that's everybody. Or everybody who's chimed in. If you're out there, say good morning so we can give a good morning back to you. Welcome to Pitstop, where we're going to cover some cool things going on in sim racing. Definitely seeing a little pickup in the news. So it's no longer... I feel like there was this like really slow 2026. Like the new year happened and it was just crickets and roadmaps and dev updates, but nothing really going on. And now we're just sort of getting back to firing on all cylinders. That's why you said 10 seconds. I was looking at my clock. I made it, but I figured that was my clock. I have no idea the delay. All right, I'm not going to hold you to that. So before we get to the news, I want to give everybody a reminder. We have the Simpit GT3 League. We're kicking off in 3 weeks.
All trends.
3 weeks?
Just saying hi.
2 more.
Yeah, we got 2 more, and then we roll right into, 2 more preseasons before we roll into the league. Yeah, man.
And anybody who's watching might not realize that I am right on my planned pace. Everyone's like, oh, look, Sean, he's showing up with that like 2 years ago when he couldn't even like keep it going. That I get it. But you see, first race, I was a nightmare. Second race, I was slow, but I made no mistakes. Just wait for the third and fourth race of our practice season, though. You'll see. It's all planned. It's like I'm in preseason mode. I'm working on things you don't even realize I'm working on. Because I'm just working on them, if you know what I mean.
Are you? Or are you just winging it?
I'm just winging it. Wrecking it.
I mean, or are you just faking it till you make it?
Just wrecking it. Earning my... I'm going to start wearing that shirt on road. I need a Road League variation of Sean Recky Cole.
No, man, excited, man. I'm ready for the league to start. We had a long... The winter break was a little too long, especially because we didn't really do a lot of really community racing because we're so backlogged with some other stuff we're trying to take care of. But yeah, man, super excited. I'm excited for this. And if you want to join us, we welcome anybody and everybody to the league as long as you can be a safe driver, a gentleman driver. You're more than welcome to join us for our leagues. We're going to be doing 10 races with a drop race. We're going to, we got post-race stewarding, open setup. What else we got? We're going to have 2 different prizes, maybe potentially 1 more. That's going to be coming along the way. But yeah, if you do... if you do 8 races, and you'll be entered to win either a button box from Sim Racing for You. You get to pick whatever button box that Sim Racing for You offers. and then a 6-month trial of Trophy AI Premium. So yeah, if you're not racing with us, join us and have some fun with us.
Very cool. Very cool.
Yeah.
All right. On with the news. A little slow in terms of video production. We didn't get a video out this week. I did have a video that was going to come out this morning. It's a little teaser video. I did have to make a change. It will be coming out later today, but we're actually going to cover the. I'm not going to tell you which story it is. We're going to cover it in the news today.
Either way.
You had a video.
I was supposed to have a video too, but then they got back with me. It's like, hey, we're going to be running this promotion. Can you wait? I'm like, oh, well, it's ready. Well, okay, I guess I can redo the video and add that to it. Yeah, so that'll come out next week.
All right. But we did have a few live streams. So we had our Drive for Wishes stream on Saturday, which was that was a rough race, huh?
It was.
Yeah, did not go our way. From the very beginning to the very end, I don't know, we seemed to find every problem that could be found. And what really sucks is, like, our pace was just fine. You know, like, I was looking at lap times between us and, like, even the lead 5 cars, and we were just fine. We just, bad position, bad luck, bad, what do you call disconnects? I mean, that's worse than bad luck.
Yeah.
Or that's just more bad luck.
What is that? I had 2 disconnects, 1 crash, and then 2 cars crashed into me, 2 cars crashed into you. Yeah, it was fun though. It was really fun to sit back and chill and hang out with everybody. I mean, and it was for a great cause. I think in the end we ended up raising 300 and some odd bucks. Total, they raised over 14,000, which is really good. So hopefully next year we can do this again and come back even stronger. But yeah, it was really fun.
I'm not trying to take anything away from our community, but this was such a great event, right? But I got to applaud Lawrence's community. He was over $3,000 in donations. Now, I will say he was in the thick of things for the battle, and a lot of there was some donations to help Lawrence.
There were shenanigans.
And then there was counter donations to harm Lawrence, and a few others were going through that same thing going on, and it really ran the tallies up. And unfortunately, we really we were just there having fun. We were there having fun, and our community did kick in $300, and I'm going to applaud that because that's still really, really cool and a great cause.
But I do got to give Connor, if Connor's still here, I got to give him a huge shout out for
the vendetta.
For the vendetta, yes. And it's not even. This wasn't even about the donation that he did. So there was an incident where, let's just say somebody didn't hold on to their brakes as we were trying to. They were spun. They didn't hold on to their brakes, and took us out. And again, put us further back because of that incident, because we had to get towed, get their car repaired, and get back out. So, I'll admit, I think I was a little too angry. I had a few choice words during that moment. But Connor swooped in. He's like, let's do this. Let's get these guys back. So these guys, I think they were battling for the lead in the GTP
They were
class,
in the lead.
And guess what happened? They were right behind us again, and that's when they put out the hit on that team. Like, they're saying, anybody and everybody, you're allowed to take this team out for the next 2 laps. And I don't know if I really took them out. I was trying to make it hard for them to pass me. So they tried to pass me on the outside, but as they were trying to come back in onto the track, they ended up taking us out again, but they crashed. So
they crashed horribly.
It worked out.
Yeah.
But we were able to do it. We were able to do that and get away with it because of Connor. So yeah, Connor, you're my hero, buddy.
I've been watching that driver. So when the bounty was put, they went on the offense, which was actually a great strategy if you were in an LMP, because they if you didn't get put into the wall, it seemed like you couldn't hurt the LMPs. So it's they could smash
or
into
GTPs,
you.
Not LMPs.
GTPs. They could smash into us, and it would remove entire body parts from our car, and they drive away unscathed.
Yeah.
But yeah, no. In this case, no. I think it's right. They went across Ameer's bow. Essentially.
Yeah, they went across me again. Yeah.
And
there's video proof. Just check the stream.
There is. And another shout out to Lawrence for running 6 hours solo.
Yeah.
No breaks. That's you're crazy. No.
But he's a crazy guy, so
yeah. All right.
I
Yeah.
I will be there, Connor, and yes, I do owe you a beer. 100%.
Awesome. Awesome. And then I had my round 6 in the Simpit Rally League. It was very average. I ran pretty well, but so did everybody else. So we'll find out the results at the end of the show. And then, of course, we're live right now. All right, moving on to the rest of the world. Yeah, what?
I predict you finish 15th.
That's probably a pretty good guess.
All right, that's my prediction.
So I have committed. Everyone gives me a hard time because I never do any practice for the Rally League. All right, and that's fair. There's reasoning behind it. Most is just time restraints, right? But then there's also like sometimes I feel like practice and rally almost makes me more dangerous because then I think I know ahead of time versus going with what I can see, and I drive by what I can see. So anyway, I am going to prepare for at least one of the remaining rallies in order to see if I can actually. I got to get a point. I got to score a point. Can a guy get a point? Anyway, we did cover the iRacing Season 2 development blog last week. But they reposted because they're just kind of trying to keep it in the news. And they're talking about the TCR class. That's that front-wheel drive class in iRacing. They're receiving a comprehensive ground-up overhaul in Season 2. Every car and class will be raised to our highest current standards of quality and realism. Key updates include tire tech, refined handling, real-world systems, technical accuracy, drivetrain and power, physics, and BOP. Hard to hear Sean. Sean. Is that right?
Testing.
Or am I just like kind of mumbling a little bit at times? I could probably move.
I don't know. You sound fine to me. But again, I'm on a different mic, so.
Is it just that I have Ameer very loud? I think my peaks are. I think I have a wider band from low to high than Ameer does. Anyone else having that problem? I moved a little closer and I made sure the mic was in my face, and I'll try to speak directly towards it better. I'm also looking down, not at my mic most of the time, trying to read comments and read the stories. But so all right, yeah. So the TCR.
Now, if we could get them to fix the Porsche suspension. Oh my god,
coming soon.
That thing's been terrible since they released the new Cup car.
Yeah. All right. But the bigger news out of iRacing, I suppose, is iRacing Arcade.
Yay! iRacing Arcade,
which does look fun.
Yeah.
I need to put this on my arcade cabinet. Because you could probably just play with a joystick and a couple buttons, right?
Yeah. You don't use a wheel or anything. It's straight up joystick.
Yeah. I think I'm gonna.
It's a fun little game, man.
I'm gonna put that on my arcade. Maybe I'll do that after the show.
Maybe we need to. Yeah, I probably need to do a little review on it because it's a fun little game, especially if you got young kids that you want to try to get them into racing. Yeah, it's fun just to chill, play with them, and. Or if you just want something away from serious racing, you just want to have a little bit of fun. Yeah.
All right. So yeah, maybe I'll do that. I like the picture. The goofiness to me seems.
The little chibi cars.
Yeah. I just like look at that. Ah. Oh.
Yeah.
All right.
And it's punishing too. Like it is very punishing if you drive off the track or you hit another car. Like, people complain about iRacings the way they do stuff. Like, this game is even a little bit more punishing, but to a degree where it's still fun.
All right.
Yeah.
Yep. All right. I'm going to put that on my arcade box. Do that right after the show, in fact. So how much is it? Let's see. I'm going to have to buy this one because $25.
That's it.
All right. I'll buy that today. PlayStation controllers.
It does, Joa. It's got better lighting and better textures.
That's sad.
You and me were actually talking about iRacing's graphics the other day when we were talking. Yeah, yes. When I called you that. Yeah, like because you were complaining too about the frame rate on how bad it's gotten on iRacing.
Yeah, during the endurance race, I was down to like 80.
Yeah.
Now that is Spa, which I think is one of the known worst tracks when it comes to frames. And it was a massive crowd, right?
Yeah.
But still, that's the lowest I've seen on my computer. But that's like where I start like When I get below 80, I start thinking, oh, do I have to start turning things down? Which right now we're close to maxed. Isn't that weird, Sam? But that's so typical of games, because my brother's like an arcade guy. He plays the PS4. Well, yeah, I think he's still on a PS4. And the Xbox all the time. And that's the constant complaint I hear from him. It's like the step below hard is just too easy, and hard is just too difficult for a lot of games.
Yep.
Hold on. Take a swig of coffee. Hold on. Yeah. A little choked up there. iRacing Arcade is the gateway drug to iRacing. Well, I think there's truth to that, actually. So let's just say that, you're younger, you're, young teen or under that even, and you're looking for Steam, because they're on Steam also looking for games, but they probably have a different appeal. And they're like, oh, look at this like Fortnite-y looking racing game, let me jump on it, and then they start seeing the branding and they get brand awareness. It's Joe Camel,
Yeah, exactly, man. Now if they can just add power-ups and turn it into somewhat of a Mario Kart, that would be awesome.
They should have done that. Like oil slicks and,
Right?
power-ups and yeah, that would be... If you're gonna call it an arcade, let's
exactly
arcade it up. Let's not be serious about our arcade.
Right.
So Le Mans Ultimate, they did do their 12-hour race, and it looks like it went off without a hitch. So they're halfway through. At least we know they got to the halfway point, and the servers are performing as expected. And I did see a winner. I don't usually cover winners, but I will, because that sort of verifies that it happened. Where'd it go? I've lost it. Never mind. But I think maybe it was above that.
Right.
No, I've lost it. Forget. Maybe my brain's thinking of two different stories. But they did do their big 12-hour test, and it looks like it all worked.
Yeah. John brings up a good question. Will AI bring new dimensions to sim racing graphics? I don't know. I'm interested in your opinion, Sean.
I think there's probably a few different areas that it could. It doesn't mean it will.
Okay.
I don't know how the future is going to be with like AI coding on its own versus coders that are instructing AI and supervising it, right? Because AI is far from prime time, in my opinion. So I think in certain circumstances it works better than others. But you're always going to need AI supervision, or at least for a period of time. So if companies direct AI to be done in such ways, I think AI could probably like look for optimizations that are missing. I don't know enough about coding to know if what I'm saying is right or wrong, so use it with a grain of salt, and I might be talking more in vague terms. But yeah, I think that you could take something like iRacing, and with the right instruction and the right programmer / coder / AI instructor, having it look through it might be able to clean it up and get more out of it. They also might be able to, if the future is using other engines and then converting it to your type of game, which is not new, by the way. That's an old philosophy in gaming. But maybe being able to work with that system quicker and tie into it better, because it's now a third-party program awareness as well. So yes, I think on that end. On the other end, I think that even right now, many of us struggle with settings for all sorts of things. In fact, I think one of our stories might even, I don't know if I kept it, but somebody literally went to ChatGPT and said, hey, this is the steering wheel I'm using. I'm looking to really maximize realism out of this wheel. Can you give me the recommended settings? And then, because they gave it good instruction, it was able to go back out and look at the world and find, settings and recommend it. And the guy was actually very happy with it. So I think that you, like me, I'm not an NVIDIA graphics expert, for example. But if I were to use ChatGPT, and maybe this is something I actually need to do, go to ChatGPT and say, hey, this is my chipset, this is my motherboard, this is my graphics card, this is the sim of choice that I'm playing, here's the resolution I'm going to run, please tell me the best settings and how to dial in my NVIDIA settings to get the most out of my video card. Bam. So right there today, I think it could be put to application. Great question, John.
Yeah, I mean, you could, but again, like AI relies too much at the moment. It relies too much on the internet.
Yeah.
And I mean, we all know how much great and true information is out there on the internet.
Yeah, it's a glorified search machine that can spit it back to you, you know?
Right? Abraham Lincoln once said, internet's one of the best places to hang out, right? So it must be true.
That'd be true if he said it.
No, I don't know if it can. I'm not too worried about like graphics. Like I don't know if I want AI to involve with graphics, because especially with, you know, like right now Nvidia's using AI frame regen, you know, to help out with boosting the new series cards, but it still doesn't tackle latency or some other things, especially like when you're playing fast-paced games, you know, like or sim racing or flight sims. What I'm really interested in is how we can enhance stewarding in races, because we know there not a single sim does incident limits, or not incident limits, but does incidents or off tracks or anything the best way. They all have their goods and they all have their bads. But I think really where we can probably get it to shine the most when it comes to sim racing is with off tracks, incidents, who's at fault, things like that. If we train it properly, it could probably do really a great deal of things. Because I mean, everybody knows, everyone's ever played a sim title. I mean, that should be everybody here, right? How many times has something happened to you not because of you, because of someone else, and then you get punished for it, right?
Yep.
So I think this is where AI can come into much better play when it comes to sim titles, is figuring out how to be a proper steward, assign appropriate punishments, incidents, off tracks, things like that, man.
Yeah, that's fair. Caitlin, great comment. I'd like to see regular human intelligence before we worry about artificial. Thank you. I applaud that.
True, very much.
And Joa says AI is only as smart as the stupidest person on the internet, which is kind of exactly
it's very true.
Summed up what Ameer just said.
Yeah.
Absolutely. I think it can be. And again, if you're not a techie person, that is where I would. Now, I will say I also struggle with, because if you ever ask AI for technical help, and I do this all the time. I use AI every single day, by the way. But if you use it for a technical task, like how do I do this program, and it doesn't go right, like it says, oh, go to this setting and that setting's not there, I can warn you from that moment on it goes downhill. So AI only works when it works in a clean path, and the minute it goes wrong, you might as well just stop, because it's doing it wrong. I promise you. And it will take you in circles. It'll start blaming your. It'll tell you your NVIDIA GeForce file is corrupt. And it has the wrong settings, or it's an old version even though it's not. So yeah, just you have to watch out for AI insanity. It happens all the time.
Yep.
So, all right. Any other thoughts on that?
No, I'm good, man.
I would like more AI integration into the game in other ways, by the way, since we are on the topic. But without going to third-party apps, I think the first sim that jumps on like a true AI crew chief built into the sim, no extra shenanigans, no extra fees or any of that. And I'm not trying to take away from any third-party apps, but it would be a really awesome level of realism even to be talking to your crew chief about what we're doing on the pit stop, about what the car is doing, what adjustments we can make. And we could be even talking about like practice mode versus race mode, so it changes what we can and cannot do, or what we're doing. You could have a crew chief who's even kind of like helping you as a driver, like, all right, I want you to go out there and turn 5 laps, take the first 2 on a cool down. They could be watching the stopwatch and be like, hey, you're going a little too quick on those cold tires. You know what I mean? I think that we could get some real good driver coaching / crew chief / garage help incorporated into the sim, and in a really fun way, by the way, like where you're interacting with your voice commands, or some kind of menu system. But I think that would be a great implementation of AI into racing.
Yeah, I agree.
I mean, you could argue your spotter already is, right?
Yeah, to me, like, I would think as a crew chief, for example, like, iRacing only really tells you what's going on the track exactly. Like, this is all it does. Like, hey, if you're gaining time on the person in front of you, it'll tell you. Or, hey, you've got 3 laps for fuel, right? I would think I would like it to be thinking, like, talking strategy with you.
Yeah.
Like, for example, like you and me in racing, we're kind of at the very similar pace. And then my crew chief can come on and say, hey, Ameer, what do you think about pitting early? Or to get you out, and there's this gap. We can get you in the pits right now. There's this gap, and we can get you in free air.
Sure.
And to get you in, like exactly what happens in real racing now. Like, I think that would be cool.
The Dowling,
because I know
the James Dowling scenario,
right?
Where like
I know I'm faster than you, but I'm just not fast enough to make a pass stick. I can come in, get into that fresh air, get out, throw in some really quick laps to make sure when you pit, I can come out ahead of you. Or at least you're on your very cold tires, and I know, all right, in this corner, super easy, because he's going to slide or he's going to understeer. I can, go and pass him.
Yeah.
I think it would be cool for stuff like that.
I agree. What do you think about pitting, Shaun? Like pit maneuver pitting? or send him into the pits with some damage?
Right. No, I want to get back to Tim, because he said, I know you guys hate GT7. We don't hate GT7, man. We just don't have consoles, so we don't play GT7.
Yeah.
That's really it. But I mean, yeah, the share stuff. That's a pretty cool thing. But I mean, to me, it's kind of the same as iRacing when you save a replay. That way, that's what we do here. Is like me or one of the stewards will save a replay, and then one of us will bring it up. We'll all get together. We'll get it like in a little chat in Discord, stream it, and then we go through all the different angles of the incident, review it, and lay fault to who's at fault.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And to be clear, Tim, I love Grand Theft Auto. It's just I can't stream it because I come off as a real sick son of a you-know-what, because I'm a little mental when I play that game. So, no, I love Grand Theft Auto. What are you talking about?
Gran Turismo.
What?
Gran Turismo, not Grand Theft Auto.
Oh, man. That game sucks.
This is
no,
it.
I'm kidding. I'm kidding. I'm so kidding. No,
we're talking about the racing game, not the one with the hookers and blow.
Oh, I'm so good at the other one. All right, Reiza Studios has a glimpse into their road ahead for AMS2 in their 2026 dev preview for what promises to be a very exciting year. Here, we'll look at a couple screenshots and then we'll go check out the dev update. Look at the Beamer. Old school.
Yeah.
That's a cool
Old
Beamer.
school.
Yeah.
That's a beauty right there.
Some Audis. Some Innies.
Oh, yeah.
Ooh, some retro.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that.
Man, it might be time to try to fire up AMS again.
Yeah, I'm gonna be busy.
Uh,
All right. So, in their development update, reflections on the sim going into 2026, ever evolving development roadmap, blah blah blah. Yeah, quality of life developments, overhauled HUD. Logistical realism options such as limited tire sets, tow and repair delays after incidents or breakdowns, and limited spare parts.
Oh,
Yeah, I love it.
That's what iRacing needs to stop
they
these
do.
people from being crashers.
And that would be Nim Cross's way, because again, going back to the brainchild of what became iRacing, it was supposed to have like damage at financial costs. So you'd have to pay for your repairs against your winnings, and you'd have purses to enter races, and there's a whole financial aspect that was potentially going to be part of iRacing. Further simulation improvements include more intrinsic tire damage properties, better wind simulation, and other dynamic weather and track improvements. Animated trackside flag marshals, dynamic crowd reactions, and support for animated driver interactions are on the agenda. Customization options, improved modding support. So they're looking for a lot of big things in 2026 from AMS2, which is really cool.
I think it would be interesting for, I don't know why iRacing couldn't do this. Because if they are launching a career mode, like they've been working on their career mode, but what if they kind of do a split from like an iRacing? So whatever you want to call it, let's keep it kind of simple. They have their unofficial race series, right? And that's where anybody can go in, they can go and race. You still follow the current iRacing rules, but then you have the official series where that's where money and stuff comes in, and to help people that want to be actual in serious races, and make sure that they're racing with people that actually care about their racecraft. They go into racing into that, and because if you crash, well, okay, let's say every month you get X amount of dollars to spend on repairs, and once you run out of money, you can't race in that official series anymore, or that official division, whatever you want to call it. And now you're stuck racing, in the other one, just in like a normal iRacing per se. I don't know.
Yeah.
I would like that.
It would be so, a career mode in a game like a racing is sort of an interesting challenge if you just think of it from a development standpoint. It's like, I want to do a shooter or some other type of game. It's like we can build the game around a career mode as much as we build a career mode around the game, right? But in racing, it's pretty straightforward, right? You have a season, right? You have a car. So the only career mode really almost becomes that like whole team aspect of it. And the logistics and the paying for it and whatnot, and keeping clean, because not only we as sim racers, we just think, hey, if you don't finish, if you can't finish, you can't finish first. You got to finish before you can finish first, right? And that's like kind of the only law of sim racing for the most part, or you can't win in turn one, generally speaking. But we don't have that whole other aspect of, hey, we only have like 2 more spares. If you crack up the car, that's our last short track chassis. So we still have 3 more short tracks on the schedule. That's our last short track chassis. Don't F it up.
But no, Joe, and 100%, there's still going to be just vile, angry people that are going to, if they think you did something to them, so now they're going to try to take you out. 100%. I completely agree with you on that one. But to me, this is where the stewarding can come into play, because you submit a ticket, have iRacing take a look at it, and maybe they refund you the costs of the damage that you had to take care of. That way you can continue racing. That guy still gets punished. They can still levy the normal iRacing punishments, but now you get your money back and your car's repaired, and you can continue on. I mean, I'm just keeping it very simple, very basic right now. I mean, it could be expanded. Like, we could go way down this rabbit hole where now, we could create a whole entire FIA system.
Well, okay, let me change the terms a little bit here, though. Yeah. So in iRacing, I go into a corner, a guy comes from 10 car lengths back and just doesn't hit the brakes in time and slams me, right? No question at all whose fault it is, right?
Right.
iRacing's like, no, but our hit is the safety rating. So you both get the 4X. 4X for you, 4X for you, like it's Oprah, right? However, and anybody who's been hit under those circumstances, like, man, that's not cool, right? I didn't do that. I don't deserve the 4X. Agreed. I agree. If it was a monetary hit instead of a safety rating hit, it would be real, like it or not. That's the consequences of some other idiot hitting you, that you still have to pay for your, there's no insurance policies, and he's not responsible for your damage no matter how insane his act was. So yeah, I think that it's actually a much more realistic and much more just punishment system. But again, I don't think we'll see any of that. I mean, again, this is the kind of stuff anybody listening out there, these companies struggling to make a game that has its own niche. There are niches to be created. I'm not saying anything we're saying is genius or brilliant here. It's just that there are avenues to be taken to create something that has its own diversity, so that you're not just another, and no offense to them all, but all these sims fighting for the exact same concept. And Double Dragon, I believe that 917 was a slot car track, not an RC track. That would be a gigantic 917 to fit an RC track. I think it was a slot car track, and I know the one you're talking about. It lifted up to reveal the table. It was epic. I know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
All right. What else? Any comments?
Hi, A. Marshall. Hi, Creative.
There you go.
No, and John's like, well, what if your name is Verstappen? The racers look the other way. I mean, and this is where, like, I'm talking about, you have that split, right? Like, no matter what, everybody has to abide by the rules on this official thing. I mean, our steward's going to be biased? I'm sure. And this is where we bring, AI into play that takes care of the biasness. Aha. Right.
I think you're right, though, because look at a lot of modern sports are now going to like instant replay, but it's and like look at like what baseball's now considering with like the strike zone, which is like insane, and some people are going to be adamantly against it because it's so against the rule of baseball, but it's sort of the inevitable of technology and things as well.
Well, I mean, Formula One's doing it this year too. They're going to have cameras at every single corner to track and see who's going off the track, and they're using, instead of doing manual reviews, they're going to have AI that's going to review the footage of each off track, and then they'll decide from there. Yep, he did go off, so give him a warning and until he hits his 3. Yeah.
And John, to address your topic of Verstappen, I agree with you, and at the same time I disagree with you, and here's why. I think that in racing, the stewarding is done under the same concept of, now let me divert. If you watch football or basketball or a lot of other sports, the way they referee the game in the first 3 quarters, let's say, is often very different than when it gets down towards the end of the game, when it sort of takes this more of a let them play philosophy. Mm-hmm. So instead of making those calls at every time that they would have done early in the game to control the game, at the end it's, hey, these are professionals, let them do their thing. And I think that's the concept that racing officials, it's like, man, they're not really there to make the call. I mean, you watch other forms of motorsport, like motocross, for example. What you can do in a corner is completely different than what's acceptable in road racing. We're still in the same sport of racing, but I mean, you can literally just chop the guy out in the corner, and as long as you didn't physically knock him off his bike, all is good. So I think that's just the philosophy. It's like, hey, these guys are all pros. They know what they're doing. There are massive consequences of contact, whether it be the cost of the cars or the physical damage or even the driver's danger. And they're all aware of that, and they signed on. So I agree with you. Yes, I think Verstappen has taken that to an extreme, and that's actually the way the rules are enforced, and he took it to an extreme, kind of knowing that's the error. They err on the side of the benefit of the driver for the most part.
Oh, I mean, to a degree, I agree. But then look at the last 2 years. I mean, he was kind of hard done by the stewards because they heard everybody's like, oh, you guys are just letting Verstappen do everything he wants. Well, then they became more stricter on him.
Yeah.
I mean, so that's where steward. There's always going to be bias in stewarding because it's always based off of your viewpoint and what you believe the rules are, right? You're always going to interpret the rules and stuff a different way, or interpret an events a different way. Right, so bias is always going to happen. It's just a human nature thing. But when you program something into a game, I mean, as if you're not a biased person, I mean, then the program's not going to be biased.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah.
All right. Rennsport doing their roadmap for 2026, Endurance Classics Part 1. So we've seen some already, the 911 GT1, the Mercedes-Benz CLK LM. That's the Flipmobile, isn't it?
Yep.
Porsche 956, Peugeot. Anyway, Endurance Classics Part 2. Oh, here we go. Free update. The Hyundai, Envision, the Kuala Lumpur Street Circuit. Ooh, that sounds fun.
Kuala Street Circuit. You lost me at Street Circuit.
Road Atlanta Short, Fuji Speedway, updated championships, new single-player champion, increased immersion. Laguna Seca, Sebring. I'll applaud them for calling it Laguna Seca. Yeah. That's just... I'm so tired of I'm so tired of corporate sponsorships of landmarks. And when I say a landmark, I'm talking anything from a racetrack to a stadium. But I am really tired. Like, the Fabulous Forum was awesome until it became the Great Western Forum. That's for people from LA. They know what I'm talking about. But, well, I gotta eat mud on this. Wrigley Field. Was it any other name? I think that was it's because it was always Wrigley who owned the Cubs. Well, Wrigley owned the Cubs, so it made sense. But, well, just because you own it doesn't change it. All right, I take it all back. I'm wrong. Capitalism wins.
There is something that sticks out to me. When I look at, there's one thing that sticks out to me in their supposed roadmap.
Okay.
If you look at March, at the very bottom, it says increased immersion.
Just kind of slip that one in there.
Yeah. What do they mean by that?
They mean that when you go through a puddle, there's going to be a new spray machine.
So I think what's going to happen is because it has the most realistic curbs, now they're going to try to have the most realistic road textures.
Okay.
To go along with the most realistic curbs.
All right.
Maybe.
That could be it.
I think.
And then we got May, Alfa Romeo, Mercedes-Benz, a lot of cars. Hockenheim Ring Classic. In May, reworked AI. Uh-oh, be afraid. Telenet.
Reworked AI or
Skynet.
reworked online?
And then June, September.
I don't see AI.
It's in it's at the May.
For May. Oh, May. Okay.
Yeah.
I still see March and April.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, I moved on. And then by June we just get new car, new track, new single player champion. So obviously they're just planning on continuing that pattern. All right. Well,
good for them.
Yeah, good for them. Yay. EA Sports just released Season 6. So Ameer told you a couple weeks ago there is no F126. They're skipping this one. So this is what they're doing. Season 6, I believe, is implementing a bunch of the new era stuff into it. So it's part of patch V 1.17. Quality of life fixes, and with the new era of F1 just around the corner, F1 25 Season 6 is now live, plus members can now race in whatever they want. Anyway, I'm assuming new driver rankings and updated schedule list. Expansion, new game in 2027 is what they're saying. So
yeah.
Cool.
Yeah, I'm curious. Yeah, I don't know. I'm just thinking about it now, man. I'm curious because a lot of the drivers of the current gen Formula One cars, they're not happy with the cars. So I wonder how that's going to translate into the game if they do make a game next year.
I will be watching some Formula One this year, by the way. Because
I already plan on waking up at 5 a.m. on Sunday, man.
Yeah.
Like, I gotta see how things go down, especially with all the drama with Aston Martin too.
There is so much.
I hope you're right about that.
Across the whole grid, like the drama is going to be like for real by race 2 or 3. I think, like by race 2 or 3, I think you're going to be like seeing people carrying weaponry on pit lane or something. I don't know.
Well, like if you read Aston, like supposedly this is what's going to happen. The Aston car, the drivers can't drive the car for more than 25 laps, or they might experience permanent nerve damage because of how bad the car vibrates.
Oh my God.
So like they plan on going out for a couple of laps and just retiring the car.
Wow.
Yeah, and they only got 2 batteries that's on the car right now. They have no spares if the batteries go bad again. I feel so bad. Like I can't wait for Alonso to start yelling again, GP2 engine, GP2 engine.
Maybe they'll crash their cars into each other and be like, well, we can't make the grid. All right, that's sad. But yeah, the cars are like nightmare handfuls, right? I mean, everybody's.
They're enjoying the handling of the cars. Like they're more on the limit. They're harder to drive because they don't have as much downforce. The problem that they're not happy with is how much they have to rely on the battery to power the car. Like they have to do, they have to downshift on the straights to harvest more energy because, some corners they might not brake hard enough to recharge the battery. There's so much things where they have to do extra to harvest energy. They're not happy about that, but like they're happy with the handling of the cars. Like, Leclerc, Norris, Russell, all like, yeah, we love how the new cars are. Like they're lively. Actually, they're back to being fun to drive. They're not stuck on the road. But the other parts is where they're not happy with.
See, now that's an area where we can have a whole other argument here. But like, I just feel like if you're Formula One, that maybe like you don't, and maybe the whole like driver management was never intended for Formula One. It was supposed to showcase sort of a different element of racing, and that maybe if you really wanted to get into the dawn of a new era, that maybe Formula One should have just created its own other series, like that they are going to put more into. Again, like there was Formula E, but maybe again the modern LMDH vehicles, for example, were a better fit for a class of racing or series of racing with like massive management being part of the equation. Because again, a lot of F1 guys are just jockeys, man. They're just there to drive, right? And now it's becoming like, well, you need an engineer with driving talents, because they got to be able to monitor all these systems and maximize the system more as much as the task of driving perfectly. Yep. And if that's the case, again, maybe that was never intended for Formula One. But again, if it's the future and you're Formula One, you got to get in on the future. But instead of ruining your existing series and you're the mighty Formula One, you could have just carried a second series, Yeah. Third, fourth, how many I don't know where you start and stop.
Yeah, I've always been a Formula One fan. Like, it's just, it's gotten too, there's too many rules. There's too many things that they're trying to do. Get back to just being pure driving. Like, I've always believed is like, I 100% like I supported the budget cost cap. Like, all right, you've got 200 million and go build a car, and that should be it. Like, here's the dimensions, here's the width, the length, the height of the car. Everything else, just let them go buck wild.
Yeah.
That's how it should be.
That's how
or in my
innovation
opinion,
is
that's how
done.
it should be. Exactly.
I mean, or at least the best innovation.
Yeah, I mean, of course you got to follow the safety rules and blah blah. But like when it comes to performance, I mean, that way to me, like no company can can use any excuse about why they suck.
Right.
Because hey, everybody's following the same rules, and you just have to follow the budget cap and go build whatever you can. Build a rocket ship if you can on wheels.
Yep.
If you decide to build a Miata, well, that's on you.
Hey, no, I'm kidding. All right. I have seen this story all over for like 2 or 3 real life motorsport, whether they've already happening or they're just kind of preparing the public for what might happen. But round 1 in the Gran Turismo World Series has been postponed. It was due to happen March 28th in Abu Dhabi.
Oh, I wonder why.
Yeah. So
we'll go there.
Yeah, I'm not here to do. I'm just saying, like, we're gonna see a trend of this because I saw it for. Actually, we have another story that's gonna relate to that as well. But yeah, we're gonna see some things happen right now where things are going to have to move or postpone. I know Formula One has 2 races that they're already threatening that they will just cancel the races. They're not even talking about moving, or they'll just run a shorter season, I guess. So, all right. BeamNG, they're back. They're back 2 in a row. 2 weeks in a row.
Woohoo! Let's do it.
All right.
What kind of shenanigans are they up to now?
I don't know, man. I can't figure this one out. Like, maybe it's like is this like the spring bloom, the wildflower bloom in California? I don't know.
Right.
Internal code name.
Holy.
And it has like a
I'm sorry.
Coconut.
Oh.
Internal...
Sorry, no, I read Christian's message. I'm like, holy crap. Hope you're okay, man. Like, I told you to stay away from that plunger. No, dude, I literally like, I hope you're okay, man. I hope everything's good.
Oh. I'm sorry to hear that, buddy. I'll catch up.
And hi, Janira.
So, internal code name Coconut. We refuse to elaborate. And then
put the lime in the coconut.
and then this shot of the desert. I don't get it.
I like the clouds. I think Caitlin. Yeah, look at the clouds.
Oh yeah, they're changing form.
I mean, I don't know what it has to do with coconuts, but that's pretty cool.
Now you got that stupid song stuck in my head. My brother and I, that is a game, like, as you know, my brother, right? So this is life,
right?
Song plant. So if you can get the other guy to start humming or singing a song, and you can catch him, and you planted it, you get a point.
Oh, okay. I gotta start playing that with you then.
Yeah, you just got me a lime in the coconut. All right, SCS Software, they're back with another preview of the Benelux rework for Euro Truck Simulator 2. They're showing off some... Whoa, oh, that's loud. Sorry, it blew out my ears. Showing off new gas stations.
Oh.
Yeah, that would be cool. That game's so awesome. And it's just still missing some, like, just really key elements that would take it over the top.
Your camera froze, buddy.
What?
Your camera froze. It couldn't handle the awesomeness of the coconut song.
What happened? Huh?
What's up, George? How's it going, buddy?
There we go.
Hello?
I'm back.
Hello?
I'm back.
Hello?
We're back. Are you still moving?
All right.
All right, we're both moving. Sorry.
I'm moving.
Let's see. And then they had another preview, I think. Let me see real quick. Wait, what was that? Nope. There it is. Nope. Where'd it go? Shit. Excuse me. Oh, I gotta do push-ups.
Yeah, that's Sean's "I hate you" face. When I stuck the song in his head. That's why the camera froze. I hate Ameer so much, my anger came through the camera and froze it.
Anybody know what the Coyote State is?
California?
No. We're the Golden
Nevada?
State. No.
Arizona?
I didn't know. I'm saying no like I knew. No.
I don't know.
No. The Coyote State is South Dakota.
South Dakota?
Yeah.
Okay.
We're happy to share a look at the custom depots you'll be delivering it to in our upcoming South Dakota DLC for American Truck Simulator.
I would assume South Dakota would be like the wolf country.
Coyote, a little smaller.
Yeah.
Oh, look at the quarry. Oh, man, that's cool. Delivering down into the quarry. That would be kind of cool.
Nice.
All right. Ken got it. I'm assuming Ken's not lying. I think Ken's legit. Ken wouldn't just say that to, like, impress.
Ken strikes me as a huge trivia guy. That's why he knows.
Yeah. Well, in this episode, we visit... Oh, that's a real life visit. Okay, never mind. Project Motor Racing had a pretty big update. So this is patch 1.7. The new Ford Falcon. They called it the Flacken. The Ford Flacken. I think that's a typo. I don't think that's trying to...
Is it the Ford Cougar Thunder Falcon Bird?
Yes. That's
Thunder Cougar Falcon Bird?
Yes. Wow. Who wrote this? Wait, look at this. I met their headline, their bullet points. New car, Ford Falcon. Right above, they call it the Falcon. So, like...
The Falcon.
Okay. New Tyru. New Tyru model for GT4 class.
Are they Japanese now?
I'm not even good at spelling, but I can see these. Further improvements across other car classes. Introduction. Of license points in our naked online. Wow. Additional polish and optimization. Isn't that a Z? Optimization. Is that a Z or an S?
I can't.
Our Naked Online. License points for Our Naked Online. That is going to excite so many people. We've been talking all show long about what a sim can do to separate themselves from other sims. What can they do to be different than all the other sims since they're all basically the same thing? Well, this is how. It's the Our Naked Online license points. All right, let's see. Here we got more highlights. Reworked tire model. All right, this one looks better. Clearer buildup of lateral load at the front axle. More progressive transition from grip to slip at the rear. More consistent tire behavior across a lap as temperatures stabilize. That looked a little better there. All right. So yeah, Ameer, thoughts?
You don't want to hear my thoughts. Just along with the show.
All right. They're also announcing GT4 setups are available. Their friend Jay Peterson Sim has returned with a fresh batch of setups to help dial in the new GT4 tire model introduced in Update 1.7.0.0. How many countries spell tire T-Y-R-E versus America where it's T-I-R-E? Anybody?
I can't even think anymore. I'm still hung up on the other stuff.
Well, maybe you need to put the lime in the coconut.
Let's put the lime in the coconut all around. Put the lime in the coconut.
All right. Here we go. Bugbear Entertainment. Anyone know who that is? We haven't talked about them in a while. Content update for Wreckfest 2 is here. 2 brand new cars, school bus, upgrades, new racetrack, waypoint racing, cup playlist, plus a lot more for both racers and wreckers. So go check it out now. Here we go, a little video.
Hello, friends. Welcome to Content Update 6. We are in early access and we are not slowing down.
What's with the accent? Is that legit?
Behind the scenes, Carrier
Accent.
Road is
Which
taking
accent?
shape.
Can you hear the
We
video?
are not rushing it.
You're
No.
probably a little
Doing
behind.
it right.
I am.
Read all about it in our dev blog on Steam.
That sounds like a fake accent.
So, what's new?
Only
in
Americans
this
spell it that way. Thank you, A-Lock.
This is the big one. The first
Okay.
version of car upgrading is here. Heaven for gearheads. Bolt your car together, tear it
Bolt
apart,
your car
and
together?
something crap.
Both together your car together. That's not
Our
real,
fan
is it?
press are
That's a
also
fake
getting
accent,
some
isn't it?
love, too. Now then, something completely new and epic.
Yeah.
No, we're not an hour early. Did you guys do daylight savings in Europe?
No, we don't do ours till the end of the month.
The pit stop's always at 9. At 8. Rally's always at 9. An hour later.
I think Callum is still high. That's what it is.
High, so high. I was gonna watch the show, and then I got
Then
high. All right, Thrustmaster. They now have T818 bundles available in USA and Canada. So 818 Evo 32R available with the base, or 488 GT3 with the base available worldwide, excluding USA and Canada. So, one for each, I guess. Anyway, there you go. All right, check this out. Anyone ideas what this is? Debuting at GDC 2026, Game Developer Conference. Do you know where the Game Developers Conference is?
Dubai.
It's in San Francisco, which is like...
I'd rather go to Dubai.
It's an hour away from me. Game Developer Conference. This is Moza. So, debuting at GDC 2026 in this picture here. This thing in the sand. And I was like, it doesn't look like a wheel. It doesn't look like flight gear. Christian says, Moza Motion System. That's what I've heard too, Christian. Anyway, I'm gonna go down there. I'm gonna go to GDC. It's on the 13th, I think. I'm gonna go down there and see what Moza's got going on. So,
I mean, if you want to know what I think it is,
yeah,
you probably don't want to know.
What do you think it is? I probably don't want to.
I mean, it's long and cylinder, and
you know, I don't even know where you're going with that. All right. So anyway, maybe I'll have something to report on that. Maybe we'll find out what's going on there.
It's a smaller vibrator, but it's not an Aston Martin. Is it branded Aston Martin? It's the Moza Racing and Aston Martin brand.
Yeah, you can only do 18 laps before you got to pull in. Put this under your seat.
You want to know what Alonso and Stroll feel during an F1 race? Here you go. You need this on your rig, and you can experience the ultimate immersion of being the Aston Martin F1 car.
The Aston Martinator. All right. All right. So I'll find out.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, it's all right.
Moza, if you're watching, I didn't mean to offend you, but yeah. I'm
going to blame Project Motor Racing.
True, my brain's been scrambled since that.
Caitlin, it's for the R naked features.
Kids, if you're watching, I apologize.
I have this show. It says not suitable for kids. I'm very clear about that. All right, Sim Magic. Born for Extremes, Evo Ultra 28 Newton meter wheelbase, and it's going to debut March 12th. The new Evo Ultra 28 Newton meter, March 12th. That's big horsepower, by the way.
Yeah.
That's strong. That's super strong. That's tear your arms off strong. All right, so we talked about the Abu Dhabi event being canceled. All right. Mm-hmm. Now, I had heard this also, that the 2026 Qatar 1812 kilometer World Endurance, the kickoff of the WEC Championship, has been postponed because same thing. All right. Now, Overtake had a really, really good thought on this one. And so this is a cool article I saw at their site. WEC season opener postponed. Le Mans Ultimate's big opportunity. Why?
Oh, okay. I know where you're going.
Well, because it was during COVID that sim racing saw its massive explosion. It was when fans, whether it be drivers or fans, were looking for anything to fill the void of something they expected to be there. So if Le Mans Ultimate plays their cards right, they might be able to counter-program what's not there, right. and fill that void, and maybe get some fans and some faces and some names. They might even be able to bait in some real drivers and teams if they're slick and clever enough. So really cool angle. I like the way they're kind of thinking outside the box there, and that didn't hit me when I first started seeing the cancellations. my automatic wasn't, oh, this is kind of like the year of COVID when we lost all of racing. It's like, well, we're going to lose a portion of racing this year, it looks like. So that could be an opportunity once again for sim racing.
Yep.
All right. Well, other than that, I've got rally results and a reminder of our league. So anything that we didn't cover on your mind, Ameer?
Did we cover that you're actually going to be at the GDC?
I just mentioned that with the Moza.
Oh, yeah.
Our naked
Yeah, so if you
device.
guys are in California and going, you could go be there and go meet Shaun.
I'm going to go check out.
Have fun.
GDC is very expensive, by the way.
Is it?
Yeah, I looked at my ticket. It's like, oh, geez, that's...
Oh, okay. I mean, I guess it's mostly meant for developers. It's not
Yeah.
really meant to be like an expo of sorts.
But all those things get taken over because you get so many
Yeah.
things that are making announcements or doing it. So that's like every streamer wants to be there still, you know.
Yeah.
It is the most non-commercial of all of the shows, though. It is very intended for the...
No. The most non-commercial, family-friendly show is the Sim Gaming Expo. Come on, Shaun.
No, non-commercial in terms of not made for the public.
Oh, okay.
It's the most
Gotcha.
it's like it'll be, you know, there are literally conferences on coding and graphics optimization, you know, and it's like okay, you know, it's like
I'm mistaken. My bad.
Yeah, no, I wasn't trying. All right, so the Simpit Rally round 6 was Rally Oceania. And again, like I said, I felt good, but it just wasn't fast. So here are the final results of round 6. Quadzilla winning the event with an overall time of 46 minutes, 27 seconds. PC Deadman in second. ZZT Axel in third. Liberal PL and HS Whipperman Heiko in fifth. David S., Jeff SMKU, Migna, GT99, and Malin 63 round out our top 10. I'm not going to go through the whole standings. I finished in 13th, so not bad. But
off
out
by
of
2
points.
this time.
Yeah.
All right. 2 out of 3 is good for me. That's good.
And in the points, Quadzilla leading the way with 150. PC Deadman in second with 85. And David S. into third alone this time, 54 to Jeff SMKU's 52 points. And GT99 in fifth with 39 points. Liberal PL, Bloody McGee, who doesn't even drive, still sitting in 7th on the points. I Nowak, Frank Patcham, and ZZT Axel Air are our top 10. Yep, there we go. And then we got the Simpit League, the Simpit Racing League. I'm going to move the cameras over there. 2 more practice races to go. I was just driving there a lot. Where are we this week?
We were at Misano.
Misano. Yes, I don't know Misano very well. I did turn a few laps last night at Misano. No, Tim.
Wait.
What?
David's saying the results are last week's results.
What?
The points are correct, but the points are last week. Or, yeah, the results are last week and the points are right. Did our 6th most amazing Simpit admin league mess things up? Oh,
no.
Boy.
Maybe. I got an update that it was updated, but yeah, I just refreshed and it's showing 46. Yeah, this week's rally is like closer to 30 minutes, not 46.
Oh. Or maybe David's stuck in last week still?
You demand a Simpit iRacing arcade season. I'm going to fire it up today.
I mean, join the GT3 League. It's going to be the arcade season. I'm kidding.
So, sorry about the results being a little off. Forgive me on that. So, all right. Yeah, Simpit Road League. So, we're at Misano this Sunday. Man, I got to find some time to get that other computer down.
Me too.
There. I end practice. I really want to shake down my streaming before we go for the season. And I've come to the determination I need to bring in the second computer. There's just no 2 ways about it. If I want to put on the quality show that I really want to put on, that's the way to do it. So, anyway, actually that'll lighten the load on my race machine too, because I will have a few USBs no longer plugged in. So that'll be good. So, all right. That's it. That's all I've got. If you want to join the Simpit Road Racing League, we race on Sundays. Get into our Discord channel. We have a thread there. We also have a thread there for the Rally League. So if you'd like to get involved there, you can find all the information in the crowd and get help there. And other than that, everyone have a great weekend. Great show so far. Thank you for being here. And get out there, do some sim racing. Last thoughts, Ameer?
I'm looking forward to that Aston Martin vibrator. Let's do it.
That's coming soon. Couple weeks till GDC. All right, that's going to do it for this one. Everyone, get out there, do some sim racing. This is the Simpit. I'm Sean Cole. That's Ameer Assad. And we will see you on the track. Bye-bye, everyone.
Later, guys.